So the next video I'm going to respond to is Amy's life journey, and it's called I Can't Walk. It's 16 minutes long, so not too bad, but let's start it.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to. If you haven't already done so, would you ever so kindly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified every time when I upload and also when I go live. And if you feel even a little extra nice, could you give me a little thumbs up? But if you give me a thumbs down, it's okay too. Anyways, hello! I've been gone a couple of days. I had a lot of people email me and say, are you okay? Is the family okay? I haven't seen you. You were uploading daily, and then now all of a sudden you just become real quiet. And to let everybody know,
Sorry, I tried to take
we're
5.
all okay.
I tried to take at least 5 screenshots in the very beginning, just because I know at least one of them will come out okay. So I apologize for that. I wish I could turn off the notification thing, but I don't know how to do that.
What day was it? We're on Saturday? Are we on Saturday? Yes, we're on Saturday, shockingly. So starting Thursday, I started to notice that my left leg on the back part of my thigh was just hurting a little bit. It just was like a little bit of a pinch, but you know, it wasn't enough to really like stop activities and things like that. So I went along with my day and did what I needed to do, and you know, whatever. Friday morning I woke up and oh my gosh, let's just say I literally felt like I was going to die. The pain was so severe that I could barely get off my chair. I could barely sit down to go to the bathroom. I could barely put any weight on my leg at all because of the pain in the back part of my hamstring is where, or hamstring, I don't know how to say it correctly, so don't come after me.
Ooh, I mean, I don't know what she's about to say, but that does not sound like anything good whatsoever. Ooh.
Anyways, I don't know really what it was. I know back about 5 years ago, it was about a month before I got pregnant with Omar, I did pull my sciatic nerve and I was on some medicine to kind of calm the nerves, and it worked really good.
Yeah, I think I have some sciatic nerve issues in my right leg. I noticed that my right leg spasms sometimes. It's really weird. I know it's random. It's like usually if I have to go to the bathroom really badly, if I'm like laying down or whatever, it'll start to spasm. It's like the weirdest thing. And I also know this, if I have to go to the bathroom really badly, that like it affects my breathing, which is really strange. I don't know what it is, if my bladder's just like filling up weirdly. I don't know. But so yeah, I definitely think I have a sciatic nerve issue. I've never really had it checked because it's not like so bad, but I will get spasms sometimes and I have to get up, go to the bathroom, and usually by the time I come back, it's fine. But yeah, oof.
However, I haven't had any issues with it since then, so you know, it's whatever. Well, the pain that I'm experiencing this time, it just doesn't feel like the pain that I experienced the last time, because it really is not anything to do with my lower back. It's all within the back part of my leg, and it does go down to about my knee. It doesn't have nothing to do with my foot, but I can't put weight on my leg because it does put pressure on my knee up to my thigh, hip area.
I hope she at least went to a doctor. I know she has a doctor that she can go to, so hopefully she did. Because, you know, you don't want to mess around with that. Like, any kind of pain is not regular, like, especially if it's not something you're used to. I mean, look, I get aches and pains all the time. I'm heavy. I'm older. You know, if I lay or sit for a certain amount of time and they get up, my knees will hurt. But that's just normal, you know, kinds of pains. But if I were having something like that, I'd definitely be worried.
So I don't know what I did, but let me just tell you, the last 2 days has been horrible when it comes to trying to still be a mom, and I mean, the ship still has to go. It doesn't get to just stop because the captain is out of commission. So, anyways, but it's been, I mean, my family has rallied together and has been really a big help for me. All of my kids have been a major help for the amount of time that I could not literally get up. And Ollie has come home and is there to help me as much as he can. But as of today, it's doing a lot better. It's not 100% by any means. If I move it in any weird position, I want to scream. But I'm at least being able to get up and down and not bolt out in tears. So I'm thinking that I'm getting, I'm like on the hill of getting over whatever is going on, and maybe just sitting like I have been is allowing it to do its healing. I was afraid sitting would maybe make it worse, but I think actually me sitting has been actually helping it, because I felt like the more I was getting up, that it was stiffening it even more, because I feel like when I get up, I feel like something is behind my leg just clenching the muscle and just won't let go. And it almost feels like a Charlie horse. That's exactly what it feels like. But it's a constant Charlie horse, and if I move my leg at any given way, it just starts all over again.
Ooh, yeah, no, those were never fun. It's funny, like, whenever I get cramps in my calves, those are the really like the hard ones I literally have to bolt out of bed and stand on it. That's the thing too. If you start to get a cramp in your leg, stand on it right away, because it will go away. If you don't, the pain will just build up until it becomes excruciating. But if you actually stand on it, as much as it hurts initially, the pain will stop, and then it'll stop cramping. That's what I do every time. I promise, it works. My foot cramps, if I get those don't bother me at all. But the ones in the calf, I've yawned so hard a few times that, like, I've actually gotten a cramp in my jaw. That's a weird one. I always worry that it's gonna, like, cramp my throat or something and I'm gonna stop breathing. I mean, I don't know if that's irrational, if that's possible, but it's still a scary idea.
So that's been the excitement here at my home. We have been definitely taking all the precautions with keeping our home sanitized. Jeremiah's school, they called their school out as of Monday, with the option if our parents wanted to keep their kids home last Friday, which is I did, because Jeremiah is very sensitive to pneumonia. He's had it quite a few times since he was born. It's something to do with his lungs, and he is got asthma. So for us, we felt the safest route, talking to the doctor and to the school board, we felt it's best to pull him a little bit earlier than need be. So I kept him home Friday.
Yeah, actually, my sister has COPD. She usually gets asthma, bronchitis, and pneumonia, usually around at the same time, so they all accumulate. So she has respiratory issues. So she's definitely being more cautious. And then the little guy I take care of, the last time he was sick, he had a cold, but he was in the hospital for 4 days because he couldn't breathe. So he has an albuterol, like, nebulizer at home. So when he does get sick, we have to give that to him because for whatever reason, his lungs just don't handle him being sick well. So his parents are extremely cautious, which is why I've been home, just to be on the safe side, because while, I might be taking precautions, I also have a roommate who has to work, so she could get exposed and then expose me, or whatever. So they just want to make sure, so they feel it's better that I just stay home. which I guess is fine. It's just, I don't know how long this is all going to last, you know, or like what the future's going to hold for anybody, but well, I don't know. But yeah, so that's definitely scary when you already suffer from respiratory issues.
And then they won't go back to school until after spring break, but you know, we're doing our precautions. We're not going to stores. We're not going out at all. It's not safe at this point for us to even be driving around because there's so many people that are just driving around crazy. I mean, it's almost like a zombie apocalypse, or however they say it. I'm just like, what is going on about this whole toilet paper thing? I'm like, what has toilet paper got to do with the coronavirus? I still don't understand it.
Yeah, I think the main thing is that the thought of being quarantined in your home, like really not even being able to go out to the store. A lot of people are like, well, what's the essentials? Gotta have toilet paper. We all poop, you know? So I think everyone's just freaking out that they gotta have toilet paper. Make sure you have toilet paper. And water. Water at the beginning was really scarce. Now it's not so much. And thankfully, most of the stores are limiting purchases of toilet paper and water and sanitizing wipes and all that stuff. So I'm glad that they finally started doing that, so at least people have the chance to get it. Even though, yeah, I know someone could go in and out multiple times, send other people to get it, whatever, let them be stupid. My issue so much isn't with the people who are buying too much for themselves. My issue is with the people who are buying too much so they can resell it at a higher price. Because, of course, that goes around. But, you know, it's always crazy to me that people take something like this and use it for their own financial gain. I will never understand that, but whatever. Hopefully, once everyone stocks up on their toilet paper, they'll calm the F down and not need it so much.
I don't get it. Like, why are people freaking out about toilet paper? Thank God we have a bidet. That's what we use, but
that's what I want to get.
I don't think I'm ever going to understand why people are freaking out about toilet paper. Like, I don't know. Wipies. I mean...
See, I wonder about bidets, though. Like, because your butt's still wet after the water washes you. So do you just put on your underwear and stuff with a wet butt? Like, how do you dry it? I assume you still need toilet paper, right? Or something to dry your tushy after it's been bideted. I mean, I don't know, unless they've got like little dryer mechanisms under them, like the automatic hand ones that, you know, like in public restrooms. I don't know. I've never actually used one, so I have no clue.
Why are you freaking out about wipes? Like, it's not saying you're running out of water. So I don't understand it. I don't know, but anyways, so all of our stores are completely out of toilet paper. They are completely out of any type of paper
products, yeah.
Toiletries of any sort. Our stores have run real low on baby formula, diapers. Last night, Ollie got off work and he went to a store that's usually open 24 hours. And when he pulled in, the store was closing. Mm-hmm. And the last employer was walking out, and Ollie was like, "Are you guys closing?" And he's like, "Yeah." And Ollie was like, "Oh, wow." And he goes, "Yeah." He's like, "We don't have the supplies to keep open." He's like, "You know, we had 2 truckfuls today, and people were literally like attacking the boxes as they were coming out on the floor and breaking glasses and just acting like animals." Mm-hmm. And he's like, "I just don't understand why people are freaking out." He's like, Oregon has enough food to feed the people for at least 2 years. He's like, but they're acting like, you know, the food's going to be gone tomorrow. And so,
and see, that's the thing too. It wouldn't even be an issue if people weren't already acting like that. But yeah, the food's going to be gone because you're stupid and you're acting like it's going to be gone. So you're buying it all up. You're the reason the food might be gone because you won't stop buying things you don't need. It's like Amber Lynn and her buying of like a crap ton of meat and stuff that she put in the freezer and then didn't even notice for a whole week that the freezer had broken. Like, I go into my freezer every day for something. Ice, whatever, I would notice pretty quickly that it had broken. Like, it's so irresponsible, and then she'd throw everything away. And it's like, and she already overly consumes food anyway, and I can guarantee that if she cleaned out her cabinets, that she'd find so many things that have already expired, because, like, she's so wasteful. And so it just boggles my mind that people act like that.
We ended up, because I mean, we have stuff by all means. I mean, we have stuff. We've gotten, like, we always shop in bulk when it comes to like our meats and things like that, because we like to buy in big bulk and then cut it and divide it and wrap it up in separate wraps. And so our meat and stuff we are perfectly fine with. But what we kind of need more of is like, I would say more like bread, things like that. But I told Ollie, I said, well, you know, we have flour and we have yeast and we have everything like that. I can make bread for the kids and for myself and Ollie if need be. The only things that I know I'm going to definitely need is I need my meal replacements, because I'm almost out of those. And I think that's it, because everything else we have vegetables, we have fruits, we have pretty much everything. So, you know, maybe that's my problem. Maybe I'm not taking it serious enough. Maybe I need to, like, you know, be more alert to the things going on. I mean, I know it's serious. Don't get me wrong. I know that there's the virus and it's spreading and, you know, the precautions and things like that. And I know, like, not to take the kids out to the stores and things in that manner because, you know, clearly it's just not the best time to be doing that. But I don't understand the panic. And I always wonder, in times like this, is there some reason why there's such a panic?
Honestly, I think the big reason is because the media is making it out to be this, I don't know, like, they're panicking the people, you know? It's the way that they're presenting it. I think that's really doing it. It's like, yeah, people are dying, but, you know, if you look at the deaths from any other disease that we've ever had, this is not the worst. It can be if we're not careful and if we're not smart about it. And a lot of people aren't being smart about it. But we've lived through things like this before, and we came out fine, you know, like, and that's the thing. If you're cautious enough, if you're staying home, if you're doing what you need to do and only going out when you have to, if you're washing your hands, if you're keeping social distancing, you know, all that stuff, then you should be okay, you know, but everyone needs to do it for it to work. And I think that's the problem. You know, a lot of people talk about with anything, you know, oh, you know, here's a solution. But if everyone's not doing it, then of course it's not going to work, you know, because there's still those dumb people out there who are trying to get everyone sick. And I'm glad that they're counting it as a terrorist act and that these people are going to get prison time because they deserve it. You know, like, that's horrible. There was a story of a man who decided to go visit his wife after she just had a baby, even though he was having symptoms of being sick. Like, you don't do that. Like, your newborn baby who has no immunity, you want to walk into that hospital and not only make your wife and newborn child sick, but possibly anyone else you come in contact with. It's like, it's ridiculous to me. Like, I don't get it. People act like it's the worst thing to have to stay home. But if you were at work right now, you'd be like, oh, I wish I could go home. You know, it's like, you have the opportunity to be home, to do the things that you haven't been able to do. Shoot, my room is 10 times cleaner than it was before this happened, because I am home and I'm cleaning and I'm getting things put together, and I'm, you know, the only drive I do is to my storage unit, but I don't have to talk to anyone when I do it. I'm just in and out. I put stuff that needs to go in there, whatever, and then I come home. But it's like, at least I'm trying to figure out how to pass my time to get things done. But I don't know, people are just nuts sometimes.
Is this been like a course to play out that someone was hoping would happen, you know? I don't know, but I'm just, you know, our family's not spazzing about it, you know. Like I said, we're prepared, you know, if they tell us that we have to stay in our doors or indoors or whatever for a few weeks. We've got things to help keep us sustained with food and things like that. Our cars are full of gas if we need something. Other than that, I don't see what else there really needs to be done. I mean, it is what it is. So,
yeah, and I think that's the best way. Like, buy enough for 2 weeks. That's fine. Shoot, even for the month. But my thing is, milk expires within 1 to 2 weeks after purchasing. You can freeze it if that's something you want to do. Bread, it's the same. Like, I bought 2 loaves because they were having a sale, and I froze one. Meat, you can freeze, which is good. So, what I did, the first thing I did was I bought canned goods, dried goods, and then some meat to put in the freezer. And that was it, And then I just get my milk and cheese and butter and stuff when it runs out. And that's how I've been doing it. Now, if they do force us to stay in the home to not even go to the store, that might be an issue. Because, I'm going to run out of stuff. We all are. What I'm hoping is that they'll come up with some solution to where we can just order online and then have it delivered to our houses. And it's kind of dropped off, and then that way there's no contact with anyone. The food gets dropped off. And it's minimal people touching it. But I don't know how they're gonna. I really don't know. I don't know what the plan is.
I don't know. But anyway, so that's kind of what's been going on here is they called the schools, and then as of right now, nothing has completely shut down other than the schools. I've heard rumors that there might be a shutdown of Washington State. They may be shutting their borders down so that nobody can come into Washington State. Sorry. Nobody can go out of Washington State. I don't know if that is a rumor or if that's true. I don't know 100%. That's just something I heard.
Yeah, and this video is older. Like I said, I'm responding to older videos. So that has happened. A lot of states have... Ooh, sorry. I know this is probably a weird angle. I don't even know. A lot of states have closed their borders. And they will remain that way for a while, which is fine. I get that. I mean, I think it's hard for anyone who's not within their state if they have to be trapped somewhere. I hope that they're at least having some provisions for those who just want to go home, to allow them to go home. But I don't know. And I think it's the hard part because no one really knows what to do. None of us have really dealt with this before. At least not that we can remember. I know things like this have happened, but I was probably fairly young when they happened, so I don't remember any of it. So I don't know. It's hard for all of us just to figure out, what to do next,
So I can't say it's actually, that it's a fact. But it's something that I heard, and it's, it would make sense to a point. But we're doing fine. The kids they're doing good. We're making the fun of it. It was a couple days ago, which luckily we had went to Walmart or went to Costco a couple of days ago, and we went and got the kids these big preschool learning books, and they come with pens and all sorts of stuff. And I have been working with them every day, sitting down, and we've been working on their letters and their colors and their shapes. And so that's been really fun because we're still continuing to work on those things. And then now that Jeremiah is out of school, I am printing off fun activities and things for him to keep his brain going while he's off of work.
That's good.
Through school, because I just don't want the kids to be sitting in front of electronics all day, because that's just not, it's not good.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with that. That's the thing too, when you're home with your kids, I sympathize with anyone who has kids, because it's hard enough just being bored as an adult, but when you have to find stuff for your kids to do so that they're not bored, that can be difficult. I think it's really cool that a lot of celebrities are doing reading books on video, and who was it that was offering like a workout video or something like that, like working out with them. And like, I mean, I think it's cool that a lot of people are doing fun stuff like that. There's also some really cool ideas that I've been finding online for kids. So just look that stuff up if you have young kids. There's some really fun stuff like cutting out cardboard hands, and having like, you know, your kids paint them or paint the nails or whatever. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do with your kids. You just gotta be creative, I guess. But yeah, I can't imagine it's gotta be hard.
And like a day like today, it is pouring. So we couldn't even go and play outside if we wanted to because it's absolutely nasty. So it is what it is. But anyways, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope none of you guys on my channel have come down with this nasty virus. And if you guys have, I hope and pray that you guys get better soon. I pray for each and every one of the people that are on my channel, for your guys' safety. Reach out to me and let me know if anything has gone on with any of you guys. You can email me anytime. I do try to get back to my emails. I fall behind sometimes, but I try to get back to them as fast as I can. But just, you know, I just want you guys to know that I'm thinking about each and every one of you guys, and I'm praying for all of you, and I just hope that this just fades out, and it fades out quickly, because I feel like this is like, I don't know how to describe it, but you know when it snows and it keeps you locked in your house because you're afraid to drive, so you have to, you know, hunker down, and you can't, like, stores are closing and stuff like that. So it's almost like a kind of a control thing, like, you know, I don't know. That's kind of how I feel right now. Like, what if I wanted to go to the store to go pick up a couple things? I can't, because legit the lines are ridiculous. Like,
yeah, see, that's not something I've had to deal with, like the long lines. Well, maybe a little bit, but they haven't been horrible. And I'm okay with standing in a line, you know. It's not a big deal. But it's also because I usually don't go shopping right when the store's open, because that's probably the worst time to go, because that's when all the lines will happen. Mind you, that also means that I could go when everything's run out. But the Smiths that's near me, they actually have been fairly stocked on things. Like, I mean, not the toilet paper. Funny enough, Big Lots had toilet paper, and I was able to get some there. But no, it just depends. I mean, it really just depends. It's all nuts, you know. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, I have to go shopping every so often. So, in fact, I gotta talk to my roommate because we need some things soon. But
someone had posted a picture of the Costco here where I live, and the line outside was worse than the Black Friday shopping, and I'm just like, what are they wanting? Like, what is, I mean, by all means, everybody that's in that line, if they're going for toilet paper, well, there sure ain't going to be enough toilet paper for everybody. I would see that line and be like, well, forget it, because by the time I get to the line, there's not going to be anything for me, you know. So I don't know, but anyways, I'm not going to continue to ramble, but I just want to give you guys a little fill-in of where I've been, what has been going on, and that we are so far corona-free, virus-free, and I hope it stays that way. I have been Lysoling everything and keeping everything germ-free as possible, and like I said, we just haven't been going out. That's been the most common thing to save us from getting anything, and keeping Jeremiah home from school has been a big help too. So anyways, I hope you guys take care, and I will be checking in with you guys again soon. Talk to you later.
Okay. Well, I mean, not too much, you know, in this video to really respond to, so other than, I guess, some of the questions that she had, you know, but yeah, I don't know, it's been crazy, but hopefully this will all work itself out soon, but I don't know, really don't. But yeah, I'll let you guys go, and then I'll be back in a bit. Probably do a couple more reaction videos depending on how short they are. Yeah.